friends, hope you're whelmed. My name's Jess, and I feel like we have to talk about Mika and the Witch's Mountain. If you've never played this game before, or even heard of it, it's essentially a modernized take on Kiki's delivery service, except you're the one making the deliveries on Steam or Switch. One quick but relevant note, everything you're seeing is from the first 3 in-game days, because my usual method of recording didn't play nice with this game, and also, after just over 10 hours, I'm firmly stuck on day 3. But let's talk about it. The opening scene is a gorgeously animated introduction to Mika, an eager, confident young witch who's excited to study at magic school under the tutelage of Miss Oligari. The older witch's first lesson? The egg drop experiment, only instead of using raw eggs, Mika is the test subject. Harsh, but kinda worth it for those beautiful cutscenes. They look like they should be part of the one show that's carrying what's left of the Disney Channel on its back, this generation's Gravity Falls. Once she's heaved off the cliff, Mika discovers her family broom is broken, and though a kindly artisan is able to repair it, it's in no condition to fly her back up the mountain. Mika must resign herself to getting a job as a delivery girl for the post office, in order to upgrade her broom and prove to Miss Oligari that she's ready to learn. This game is as adorable as you think it is. The art style is charming, the colors look like they were pulled from Sugar Rush. On this channel, we pretend Ralph Breaks the Internet never happened, and the music is a whimsical treat. If you spent hours of your childhood daydreaming about being a witchy courier after watching Kiki's delivery service, yeah, this game is absolutely for you. The main gameplay loop is fairly straightforward. Every day you have a certain number of parcels to deliver. He gets progressively creepier as the game goes on boss, Gref. You'll be darting all over the island making deliveries, but there are lots of little side quests that see you collecting things like tarot cards, statues, and even wayward ostrich chicks. Mika also has a personal delivery card that she stamps with lost items she finds and delivers. Part of me wants to hail this game as a wonderfully cozy experience because on the one hand, it is. I really enjoyed being challenged in an otherwise relaxed atmosphere with no artificial pressure working my nerves. On the other hand, the one that will matter most to people with limited dexterity and poor hand-eye coordination, Mika is fun, but it's also frustrating. It's supposed to be a short game you can knock out in one afternoon. I've spent over 10 hours with it. You can probably tell by these clips, but despite rebinding the controls, I had a really frustrating time while flying because I had to control my broom and camera simultaneously. Making tight turns or perfect landings was basically impossible because I had to pull the camera around to see what I was doing. I've talked about it before on this channel. I have a disability in my hands that's the primary reason I'm into cozy gaming. Any game dealing with speed or accuracy is a no-go for me, though I'll still try the occasional platformer on easy and ask a friend to cover the hard parts. Unfortunately, Mika proved too difficult for me to finish by myself. And that's also why the clips you're seeing aren't as varied as usual. I use keyboard shortcuts when I record so I can capture exactly what I want to show you. I usually do this in small chunks and name each file based on its contents, but I learned the hard way that I don't have the coordination to keep my broom aloft and speeding through airstreams while trying not to damage parcels and press keyboard shortcuts at the same time. To be honest, as well as the main storyline, some of the side quests were completely inaccessible to me. I didn't collect any of the tarot cards and spent a couple of hours re-delivering parcels I had accidentally ruined beyond repair whilst trying to see where I was going. One of the good things about Mika is damaging her package is almost consequence-free, and she has no stamina or need to sleep. If you do end up wrecking a parcel, with the press of a button, it's returned to your starting point, where you pick it up again in pristine condition and attempt redelivery. I adored that this mechanic wasn't punishing at all, and I could try for those happy green stamps as many times as I wanted. When you make a delivery, you'll want to aim for green stamps, as those are the only ones that get you paid. Ergo, the only ones that allow you to upgrade your broom. Another thing I liked is the broom upgrade system. Each time Mika leveled up her broom, flight was a little smoother, which did nothing about having to simultaneously fly and work the camera, but it did allow me to feel as though Mika's flying capabilities were improving, and she was growing stronger as a witch, which I'm sure makes the eventual trip up the mountain incredibly satisfying. Though the town is scattered with people who don't interact with you unless they're on your delivery route, it still feels vibrant and alive. The little snippets of their personal lives you manage to ascertain from being around them all add to the game's easy, unexpected charm. And even though I've taken a break from it for now, I will be coming back to it to challenge myself again. Ultimately, Mika and the Witch's Mountain is a ton of fun if you're looking to vibe with something Studio Ghibli inspired that will keep you entertained with an overabundance of tasks. But if you're watching this and you have a rough time with games like Spyro, it's likely that, while you'll still have fun, you'll also find yourself frustrated as the game goes on. I'm not trying to tell you how to live your life or anything, because I kept playing it and I love it in spite of its drawbacks. But unless I missed an option in settings, you can't change the way the camera works. I do recommend trying this on sale on the basis of I thoroughly enjoyed myself while recognizing it's not a one-size-fits-all. And for many of my disabled friends, this game would be a special delivery of their worst nightmares painted with a Technicolor coat. I wouldn't necessarily call this game cozy. For me, it was too frustrating for that. But it definitely falls under the closely related comfy banner. Because even though I'm ready to put it aside, I got a solid 10.1 hours out of it, I was entertained, and I don't regret purchasing it. As always, your mileage may vary. As I said, I could see myself replaying this at some point, and I hope future Jess is a bit more agile than I was, or has more luck, or maybe a friend who's on call to handle all the hard parts. Either way, I think my final thoughts on this one are that it's a solid offering. It's just quite literally not made for me, and you know what? That's okay. If you made it this far, thanks so much. I'm curious, have you tried Mika and the Witch's Mountain? Did you like it? Let me know down in the comments and tell me either the game that got you through January or the anime you're currently watching. And if you like this video, don't forget to subscribe, hit that bell, and leave a like. I hope you had a great day, and I'll see you next time.